今が一番幸せかもしれない。
Hi everyone, Meta Anime here. Hope you are doing well. Today, I am going to tell the story of a film called The Garden of Words. It is one of the early movies of the director Makoto Shinkai, before the super well-known Your Name and Weathering with You. It has all the trademarks of Shinkai's movies, with the amazing visuals and the great love story. The movie's duration itself is less than 1 hour and was not supposed to be released to the cinema at first. Released in 2013, this movie became the inspiration for its manga and novel adaptation that was released in the same year. This story has a simple and straightforward story with their main character Takao Akizuki and Yukari Yukino. Before we go, this video contains spoilers. So please take this warning for those that haven't watched this movie yet. So, here's the recap of The Garden of Youth or Kotonoha no Niwa. This movie starts at the beginning of the rainy season in Tokyo. A first-year high school student named Takao Akizuki skipped his class because of the rain. After dropping off from the train, he took cover from the rain at a gazebo in Shinjuku Jyoin Park while sketching women's shoes. He dreams of becoming a famous shoe designer and was working part-time to achieve that dream. At the gazebo, he met Yukari Yukino, a 20-year-old woman who also chose to skip her job to enjoy chocolate and beer at the park. Apparently, the shoe sketch that Akizuki drew was Yukari's shoe. Akizuki felt he had met Yukino after seeing the beer and chocolate. After seeing Akizuki's school crest on his uniform, Yukino then said goodbye to Akizuki using tanka or Japanese poem. A faint clap of thunder, clouded skies. Perhaps rain comes. If so, will you stay here with me? Yukino then left the confused Akizuki. At home, Akizuki lives together with his older brother after being left by their mother that gave them a letter telling them not to find her. His older brother then told him about his plan to move out to live together with his girlfriend, leaving Akizuki alone. Apparently, their mother also left them because she was upset with his older brother's plan to move out. Their mother left them to live together with her young boyfriend. During his free time, Akizuki that was making a shoe asked his older brother about the poem that Yukino told him. But his older brother also seems to have no clue about it. The next day, rain fell again and this made Akizuki happy because he can skip his class again. At the park, Yukino was already there. After watching Akizuki that was very focused on drawing his shoe sketch, Yukino finally talks with Akizuki about the both of them skipping. Akizuki was skipping school while Yukino was skipping her job. After the short chat, Akizuki said goodbye to Yukino because he wants to go to school for the next class because he only skipped the first class in the morning. Yukino hopes to meet him again in the same rainy condition. The next morning, they meet again during the rain and this continued for days. They got closer to each other each day. One day, Akizuki told Yukino about his dream to become a shoe designer. Yukino became the first person that knew of this dream. At school, Akizuki was called in by his teacher because he skipped the morning class too often. This doesn't bother him at all. In fact, he was always praying for rain before he goes to sleep at night so that he can skip class and meet Yukino again. He already started to like Yukino, despite their age difference. The next morning, they met again at the park. Seeing that Yukino seemed to be hiding something, Akizuki thought that Yukino had been fired because of too much skipping. Yukino also stopped drinking beer in the morning. They then started eating breakfast that they each brought. Akizuki tried Yukino's food and said that it was bad even though Yukino did her best to cook it. After a while, Akizuki fell asleep due to fullness and dreamed about his childhood before his parents' divorce. Akizuki gave her mother a beautiful pair of shoes as a birthday gift. After coming home, Yukino's ex-boyfriend named Takara called her to ask about her condition and her resignation letter from work. Yukino was very disappointed with him because he believed in what other people said more than her words. Yukino also lied to Takara about Akizuki that she accompanies every day in the park as a kind grandmother. Waking up in the morning, Yukino found that the rain fell again. She got very excited to try to cook breakfast to give Akizuki at the park. At the park, Yukino also gave Akizuki an expensive magazine handmade shoes which made Akizuki very excited. Akizuki then told Yukino about his intention to make a woman's shoes but still unsure who to give them to. Yukino agreed that the first shoes made by Akizuki would be hers. Akizuki then measured Yukino's feet. After 1 month of meeting with Yukino, Akizuki still doesn't know Yukino's name nor does he know her age, job, and the problems Yukino is facing that made her skip it every morning. Akizuki then realized that he loves Yukino. At a cafe, Yukino heard that the rainy season is about to end. While she is glad that Akizuki is not skipping class anymore, in reality, she also hoped that the rainy season had never ended. On a sunny morning during the summer, Yukino went back to the park and saw that Akizuki is not there. There's only a couple there enjoying the scenery, which made the park a very different place for her now. On the other hand, Akizuki was invited to a dinner by his older brother together with his girlfriend after helping them move to their new house. But Akizuki rejected the offer because he had his part-time job that day. That day is the first day Akizuki lived alone at his house. Summer vacation came and Yukino, that lives alone in her apartment, woke up disappointed that the rain had no longer fallen. While Akizuki was working hard using his holiday time to work and raise money for college and to buy good equipment to make shoes. Akizuki himself misses Yukino. During his free time, he continues making his first shoes for Yukino. September came and vacation came to an end. Akizuki went back to school. When Akizuki was walking together with his friends Matsumoto and Sato, they saw 2 teachers also walking out of the principal's office. Sato called out the teacher's name that made startled Akizuki and realized that the teacher that Sato called was Yukino. Sato and other girl students in the school were missing their teacher that hasn't come to the school for a very long time. Apparently, Yukino is a teacher at Akizuki's school and that day is the last day she will be teaching there. This is the topic of Yukino and Takara's conversation a while back. At the school roof, Matsumoto told Akizuki about Yukino. Akizuki said that he didn't even know her. Matsumoto felt it was natural that Akizuki didn't know Yukino, who was a literature teacher for the 3rd grade students, while the one who taught literature in his class was Takara. It was then revealed that Yukino having a problem with the 3rd-year girls because one of the girls' boyfriend fell for Yukino. The girls then spread rumors about her that even her parents heard them. It went so far that she couldn't come to school anymore. To avoid more trouble, Yukino chose to back down and resigned from that school. After hearing that story, Akizuki asked the name of the 3rd-year student that made Yukino suffer. Akizuki then went to see that student only to hear her mocking Yukino. Hearing this, Akizuki got angry and slapped her. Her boyfriend then beat Akizuki up and said that Akizuki is Yukino's next victim. The next sunny day, Akizuki went to the park hoping to meet Yukino. This made Yukino surprised that Akizuki would come to the park. Akizuki then read the 2514th poem from Japanese poem collection called Manyoshu, saying, "A faint clap of thunder. Even if rain comes not, I will stay here, together with you." It was the reply to the poem that Yukino read to Akizuki during their first meeting. It meant that Yukino was expecting him to come to the park even though it was not the rainy season. Yukino then apologized to Akizuki while asking him about his injuries. Suddenly, a loud clap of thunder was heard and the rain poured down heavily. The both of them then went to Yukino's apartment that was not far from the park. At Yukino's apartment, Akizuki cooked for them both and they both enjoyed their time together while eating their food. During that happy time, Akizuki decided to tell her feelings for Yukino. Yukino looked very touched, but she reminded him that she is a teacher and she will move back to her hometown at Shikoku. Hearing the rejection, Akizuki decided to leave. Due to the heavy rain, Yukino tried to stop him but to no avail. Akizuki still left because of his broken feelings. Yukino then cried while remembering all the words Akizuki said during their time together. She ran barefoot to chase after Akizuki. Yukino then saw Akizuki under the stairs telling her that he regretted meeting Yukino, a weird beer-drinking woman with a very hard-to-understand poem. While he was just a student and if he knew that Yukino was a teacher from the beginning, he would have never told her all his secrets. Can't stand hearing it, Yukino then cried while hugging Akizuki tightly while pouring out her heart but thinks that Akizuki had actually saved her every morning from the sadness and fear of going to school. Yukino also actually started to fall in love with Akizuki. This final scene is closed with a song titled Rain from Motohiro Hata. The credit scene shows Akizuki struggling in school and making shoes, but he still works hard to achieve his dream. He still wonders about how Yukino is doing. Yukino has continued her career teaching at a school in Shikoku. The post-credit scene shows Akizuki going back to the park during winter while reading a letter from Yukino, and he later put the shoes he made for Yukino on the bench. He promises to go see Yukino at Shikoku once he has more money and success in his career. So that concludes the recap of The Garden of Words. What do you guys think? I personally really love this movie. As usual, Makoto Shinkai made this movie with visual that is a treat for the eyes. The plot itself is not too complicated and still very enjoyable, especially for those that like this kind of genre. The usage of traditional Japanese poems was also very well thought. As confirmed by Shinkai himself, the poem acts as a bridge connecting two individuals of very different ages and statuses. The rain here acts as the ray of hope for them to be able to meet with each other, and yet when rain no longer falls, they seem to be unable to meet with each other again. But the poem made them realize that they had made a very strong relationship and needed each other more than ever even though the rain has stopped falling. Please tell us what you think through the comments section. If you like this content, please leave us a like and share them with your friends. Thank you for watching, until we see you again.